Tyler here. Getting into physics. Where was I? Oh, did I freaking delete the... Oh, I had it on my phone. So I'll bring out the DraftPhysics.com real quick and try to continue from the last video that I was making, chat physics or something like that. So I have some notes on all this stuff. It's just, it's sort of titled or underlined, on the correct theory of everything. So it's cool. I mean, yeah, there needs to be evidence. We need to have evidence, and we need to start somewhere. So we need to gain enough knowledge to where we can provide evidence for the physicality and the physics of nature, like real experiments. So, looking into like those do-it-yourself experiments and everything like that, or doing an experiment yourself, that all that stuff is good. So stay right there. Don't go anywhere. I'm just going to be reading. Again, the link is in the description, and I'm just going to be reading off of where I was reading before. So I'm like halfway through. Basically, I think I was like right around, I'll just say here, like, about halfway through. So the interaction between particles of opposite polarization, protons and electrons, demonstrates clearly how attraction is really just an absence of repulsion. When an electron is moved into the influence of a proton, the particles release through perpendicular interactions all the force that would have been trapped between them if there were of like polarization. And the polarization and the force seems to be made of quantons, which is, an acceptable concept compared to all these other tons. This ton to ton, ton, ton. It's just so many tons, ethertons or etherons or whatever, just for an example. This prevents any force pressure, increasing frequency of interaction from being created between them, and creates a low pressure they will be forced into. Speaking of shadows, it is often the case that before a right idea can be seen, the wrong ideas blocking vision must be removed. So again, I was just sort of going over in my head, like, yes, it is a good idea to understand physics so you can understand just like the physicality of nature better, which will give you a conceptualization of what's going on in life. I mean, you can compare physics to psychology even. You can use physics to better your psychology as a therapy just by listening to lectures and learning things to have a comparative outlook on the world instead of angels, demons, war, all this, unethical, almost like boring, shit. I think before you can fairly judge this theory of fundamental function, you must be liberated from any hard conclusion that the questions have already been properly answered. 100 years ago, Albert Einstein proposed a vision of reality and provided some good mathematics. Over the years, physicists have converted that vision from theory to fact, claiming it is enough to have proven itself. So not real actual evidence like evolution. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it's a theory of evolution. I think it's, evolution. Like, I don't think it's the Big Bang, but there is evidence clear that we have evolved. In my opinion, evolution is not a theory. It's an actual fact, not a fact that has been proven off of biases or beliefs. Claims. I would claim that the proof has been overstated and that the fundamental theory was engineered only to answer specific questions and provides little as a complete or reasonable description of reality. At the cornerstone of Einstein's explanation is the concept of space-time. In brief, the idea this non-material dimension acts and reacts on the three material dimensions and provides the energy for such things as gravity. We are to believe that this fabric of reality, quote unquote, then stretches, dimples, and that matter obediently slides down the contours created. As a metaphor, this model may produce some useful images, but as an explanation of reality, it catastrophically fails coherency tests. The most glaring problems are the model only really works visually in 2 dimensions, and obviously matter exists in 3. And when really analyzed, the model only works if it uses the force it is supposed to be explaining. For example, in the case of the convergence known as gravity, convergence, quote unquote, known as gravity, Einstein's model just basically says gravity is like falling down a well. Not much better than saying force of gravity comes from the force of gravity. Seeing the light regarding light. If there was an original sin that led to the corruption of physics, it was the perversion of the photon into a beast of complex function. Read correctly, the Book of Photon is the Rosetta Stone of physics, translating big matter forces into small matter forces. The new classic, quote unquote, description of the photon has it classified as some kind of electromagnetic thing. Yet there is little evidence it can do anything purely electrical or purely magnetic. This classification isn't describing what photons are. Oh, fuck. Voicemail, you pathetic fucking parasite. I just applied to gotta get over this flu, man. I just applied to like 20 jobs or something. Bad idea. New physics not only has photons causing effects, it has affecting effects. Yeah, which is just obvious and oblitorious to humanity. Starting over. Oh shit, I lost you. Starting over, let's list what we really know to be true about photons. 1, they generally move from point A to point B in a straight line. 2, they generally move at 186,000 miles per second, the same translation speed as gravity and magnetism. 3, they have a shape expressed as polarization. 4, they are identifiable by a carried frequency. 5, when it is from a spherical source, they dissipate at the same rate as gravity and magnetism, obeying the inverse square rule. I would argue that this list is subsequently complete regarding what it can be established as fact. Okay, so I have read this before. There's another video out that I kind of want to get to, so I might just jump to that, but we can just get to in conclusion, thanks to my one viewer, lasted about 3 minutes, a little quickie, and to my other viewers for watching this, and I'll just end in conclusion for draft physics and everything. Let me get a quick hit. In conclusion, I have outlined a clear path to unification of gravity, the electromagnetic spectrum, time dilation, and magnetism. The purpose is to merely, I wanted to actually see if there was something on time dilation specifically. I was induced acceleration, so yeah, I mean, I'm really an amateur physicist and everything. I just know it's going to take, a lot of time, but I want to, put my time towards it instead of the fucking Bible or bullshit. So, because, I believe it can help the world, just being more scientific in general. So in conclusion, once again, in this paper, I've outlined a clear path to unification of gravity, the electromagnetic spectrum, time dilation, and magnetism. The purpose is to merely establish a foundation for the larger claim that all energetic force is just a variant manifestation of the migration of elemental quanta. The truth to be revealed and hopefully accepted is that the universe is incomprehensibly thick with energy, and that we only see and function in the minute portion of that universe labeled with specific polarization and frequencies. It should be understood that this paper is only intended to be complete enough to justify fair testing and review. The author sincerely has no bad faith knowledge of any existing well-proven fact of mathematics or conceptual vision destructive to the viability of this theoretical perspective. In fact, it has been the author's experience that this new model easily conforms to existing science and provides solid answers to long asked questions. So sometimes when I read invariably fast, I just try to get through it all, or just try to have this audio video, I don't really know what's going on. I'm not really paying attention to it, so it is hard for me to actually understand. I mean, maybe it'd be better if I just would go through some stuff and say okay, here we have magnetic polar filters double the absorption rate of one specific polarization. That is way over my head, basically. And, I do want to understand this more, but it just takes so much time and effort. I mean, it's going to take me, at least another 15 years to have any sort of real understanding of this, stuff, unless I want to kid myself. So, I mean, I think it would be like that for anybody in their 20s. Just overall, getting this stuff. But I mean, it would help if there were other people, sort of, amateurs, or newcomers to physics, out there that I was able to talk to, just to have, sort of the inspiration to go forth with this. So, yeah. But watching the videos is great. I mean, the antinatalism thing is great. I mean, as the whole, I mean, I didn't get into really the science of antinatalism, but it would be, better if, I tried to. I mean, I was trying to just to say yeah, we have to have, we have to have a shield up, and we have to have our knowledge of contraception, and, we need to be receptive to these surgeries or pills or whatever it is, condoms. We need to be receptive to contraception, and we need to, yeah, have a greater outlook on life and sort of just suffering. So yeah, I mean, we have to. I basically just wanted to, have a direction to go in. I mean, I don't have much to. I don't have much collected evidence or experience to work with, but just going off that, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm here for now. So thank you for watching and tuning in or listening or whatever you did. So I can feel better about myself for getting views. Sincerely, it's been good so far. This is my apartment. If you want to see, check out my room. This is my apartment. Got the $2 right there. I got the tissues for all my flus, and got the plant-based protein, and this is all the food I'm working with right now. Wasted my money on some vegetable oil. Oh, I should definitely eat that rice tonight. Got some potatoes. I just gotta save food. I mean, I should probably just get started on that rice. I don't know, it's been in there for a week, doing my dishes. Oh, fuck pizza. Pizza will not be the death of me. Yeah, shower. Started using this shit because I had dandruff. Got the tissue on deck. Yeah, all that stuff. Shaved this morning, looking presentable. And here's my messy fucking room. I mean, if anybody wants to crash on the bed, they're welcome to. Just get at me, kind of, sort of, in a way. Small shit, more clothes, way too many damn clothes, too many shoes, all that shit. Nowhere near. I want to be minimally, materially. So yeah, thank you for
getting in on it. Thank you for watching and tuning in and subscribing, and hit the bell notification so you can watch my live videos and get in that chat room. I've only had one person get in the chat room so far, and sort of that didn't go well, but I'm ready this time. I'm ready for the battles to happen, and the war to be won and everything. So vent. Fuck that thing too. Fuck you. Yeah. All right. Thank you.